got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. He will return this from deep in the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Set, hunt. 22 needle. Switch, yellow. Ready.
First carry here for Robinson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you have a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. I'm going to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Finding space at the 40. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Now this throw caught left side. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Watch out now.
On to the air on 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Here we go.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 11.
Coming to you. I got it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Montez Sweat with a tackle. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hurts. Dancing to his left. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Fournette, a first down carry. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Cougar 19. Trap 60, trap 60.
Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
18, Pioneer.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. It's complete, it's Miller. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They need only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Ready? They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Heavy line. 18 Cardinal, 18 come on.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So important in this league to capitalize on the other team's mistakes. And here they force the turnover on the opening drive, then come right down and score.
And I would add that it's important to capitalize on other teams' mistakes early. That way, you build confidence for yourself and your team. You start playing a little more freely. And you let the other guys know we're prepared to play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Ready.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Here we go,
For Philadelphia territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
On the ball.
Bond looks to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Ready, set. Ready.
Mod looks to throw on first down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Ready, ready.
Back to the air, Mon. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Here we go.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Mon. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there.
Ready,
Putting together
break.
a very strong drive as a response.
Shot. 17. Set.
On first down, here's Mon. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Okay, right.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Down.
From the gun, here's Mon. Escaping the pressure right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Track 60.
But first down, Hurts. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Set it. Mustang 19. Let's go, let's go.
Throwing is Hurts. Targets Miller here on the out route. He's got him. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Let's go now.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Viking 18.
2nd and 5 now. Hurts, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just past the 35. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win. But we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together. Shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He's going deep for Brown. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down
Here we go,
to get their momentum going again.
The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Mon. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
Okay, ready?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Trampoline! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23.
On the
11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
79 Broncos! 19!
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because the field shrinks to close to the end zone. And that allowed the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mon going to throw it. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to the right or the left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here we go.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. And this one too low. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game.
Here we go.
Back to the quarterbacks of old. 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Got it. Ready?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing to battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And here's Rodgers on the return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Down.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And our game's a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him down for 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Hurts finding Goddard there. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Let's go. Half the 60. Half the 60.
Up the gun, Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen?
Here we go.
When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Pass 11. 10 through 11.
On 2nd and 2, Hurts eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Leonard Fournette with career touchdown number 60. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit. CD trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coach.
And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means you got a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Chase Young able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
19 tight. 19
So
tight.
2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
60. 60. 60 Bison. 60. 18. Right here. Ready.
Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. The kick by Elliott is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. He's going to air one out. And now here is another interception. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man.
Here we go.
Good recognition there, and have that what he did after the catch.
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get spread.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They go play action with Hurts. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
A handoff, Fournette running left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 87 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. In the 4th quarter, this is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero.
On the jump.
Throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Mustang 19.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Chase Young able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead will stay put at 17. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that should have.
They go back to the air here after the INT in the last drive. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Let's go.
On to the air on 1st and 10. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total they needed first in this runaway contest.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. They get the touchdown, then on the kickoff, they get another touchdown, picking up the fumble, taking it to the house in just a matter of moments. 2 quick scores, Charles.
Every time we start to neglect special teams and big plays that occur off of them, something like this happens that reminds us we've got ourselves a game now.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Heavy Lions! Come 19! Come 19 right!
From the 29, Hurts throwing the out route incomplete. That's Miller. That one a first down pickup of 8. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Let's go
Line
now!
of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 111 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation,
On the
should
ball,
be
on the
no
ball.
hurry to run
18
the ball
Cardinal,
really
18
fast.
Cardinal.
Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Here we
This
go!
will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Open man is Miller, he's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Here we go! Here we go!
Running left, it's Fournette. A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.